photos are cute, but they're also really inconvenient to have out on display. So today I decided I'm going to make a clay Polaroid holder that I can have like on my desk or on my bedside table. Literally all I used was some air dry clay, rolled it out, cut it into like a little oval, and then stamped my Polaroid in, dug that hole out a little bit more, and then I just painted it in this sort of like gingham style pattern, and it actually turned out so cute. I really love how it looks on the side, and I feel like maybe I should make some more in like different colors so I can have them literally everywhere.
I have no experience with clay, but I just made the cutest Polaroid holder and I can prove it. And it was easy. I made a thick rectangle, then I made a thinner version of that same rectangle. And this thinner version was just so I could get a triangle that is the same size as the original rectangle. I'm no professional on this, but I learned that you have to kind of like score each piece and then use a mixture of clay and water to glue one piece of clay to the other piece of clay. So I just did that. And since I'm all cutesy and stuff, I made a tiny little heart to use as a little seal for the little envelope. Before this dried completely, I used a Polaroid to see the size of the slit that I would need, and then I carved it out. The worst part of this project is sanding, because something weird happens to my body whenever I have to sand something, but once it was dry, I sanded it, and I hated every part of it. But anyways, after I painted it, I used transfer paper to transfer my father's handwriting. Like, excuse me, how cute is this? I can't. But to finalize, I used UV resin to give this glossy finish effect, and you can't tell me that this is not the cutest Polaroid holder, even though
If you like giving gifts that actually feel personal, you're going to love this.
Wow!
With Valentine's and Galentine's Day coming up, I wanted to make something small but meaningful. I'm making a polymer clay photo stand, perfect for holding a favorite Polaroid. I started with a simple base. The shape is all up to you, but for this DIY, we're just keeping it really simple, making the memory the focus of this project. Then I got a Polaroid photo and made an indent line at the top, using that line as a guide to where I should be carving in the photo slot. Then I added a small heart detail just to give it a little something without taking attention away from the photo. After baking, I refined the shape and smoothed the surface with sandpaper so it feels finished and intentional. You can leave it as is, but here I am adding a resin glaze to make it shiny. And this is the final result, a handmade stand for a memory that you love. This is part of a series on personalized gifts you can make with polymer clay. So follow along and stay tuned for the next one.
It's day 2 of my DIY gift idea series Valentine's Day edition. For today's craft, I decided to make some Valentine's Day inspired picture holders. I kept seeing these on Pinterest and I kind of wanted to make some but more Valentine's Day-ified. So I decided to go with a heart and a love note picture holder. All you'll need to make this craft is some polymer clay, a flat cutter, and an oven because we will be baking it. I baked this clay at 255 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes, but it all depends on what type of polymer clay that you use. So guys, please make sure you're reading that label because I had my polymer clay bubble one time and that wasn't fun. After they come out of the oven, I let them cool down completely and then clean them up with 100% acetone. And then after this, they're ready to be painted. So for the heart, I decided to paint it all pink. And so I made it look like a little conversation heart with XOXO on the front. And then for the rectangle one, I had to make a little love note because it was just so fitting for Valentine's Day. And then once the paint was dry, I just resined the very front of each picture holder so they would look nice and shiny. After I cured the resin, the picture holders were ready to go. Here's a little close-up of how the candy heart ended up looking. It's so cute and shiny, and here it is with a picture in it. I loved how they turned out. Let me know what you guys think, and follow for day 3. Bye!
I have so many Polaroid pictures, and this isn't even half of them, but I've been trying to figure out what to do with them. So my idea is whip out my polymer clay and I have started making fruit Polaroid holders. So there's the first one. They're cherries, and there's like a slit in the back that can hold a Polaroid. I've also made strawberry. You can see. There's my strawberry. Again, I put a slit there. And then this is the most outlandish one because it's actually two. I made two blueberries. I like split in half. So you have to like line up the holes that I made for the Polaroid. And blueberry Polaroid.